Hey, I hope you're having an awesome day so far. If you are new to my channel, my name is Karissa, and if you are a returning person, what's up? It is nice to see you guys. So today's video is going to be my first cruelty-free makeup tutorial, and I don't know why it's taking me so long to do a solely cruelty-free tutorial, but here we are, better late than never. In this video, I, to my best knowledge, am using products that are cruelty-free and from companies that do not test on animals. If I am misinformed, please feel free to let me know in the comments because I would love to know for next time. I'm definitely going to be making an effort to include more cruelty-free tutorials on this channel. I will let you guys know when a tutorial is cruelty-free. I will put it in the title so you will know that only products used in that video are cruelty-free. I would, however, really like some suggestions for strictly vegan makeup because here is the conundrum. Some of the products that are cruelty-free might not be a vegan product, and personally I don't really know where the balance of that is. If it is using an item that was derived in some which way from an animal, how is it still cruelty-free if it is not vegan? I don't know. Please excuse my ignorance. I would love to know down below. Maybe the next tutorial will be only using vegan brands. I don't know. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I do want to make one point before jumping into the video. So, to my knowledge, in order to be on the PETA cruelty-free list, you have to pay an annual fee to be on that list. So even though a company may be cruelty-free, they might not be on that list. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Long story short, make sure your research isn't based on just one thing. Do an extensive research if that is something that's very important to you. Obviously, everyone is going to have a completely different opinion on whether or not this matters, whether or not it's considered animal testing, whether or not if it's sold in China but it hasn't ever been tested, if that counts. Everyone is going to have different moral and ethic values. Please do not use the comment section as a battleground. I do want you guys to be respectful, and hopefully if you are into cruelty-free cosmetics, this is going to be a very helpful video for you. So I'm starting off with the Dermalogica Skin Perfect Primer. This has an SPF of 30, and I've said it before in my videos, it has a little bit of a funky, like, clinical smell to it, but I don't mind. With this product, I really have to press it into my skin as I feel that it doesn't go on if I just swipe. I have to fully work it into my face. Just a heads up, I do have a little scaly patch near my eyebrows. I accidentally overwaxed in that area and ripped a bit of skin off. Oops, daisies. For foundation, I'm going to use the Chi Chi Fabulous and Flawless Foundation in 7 Medium Natural. I haven't actually tried this before, but I've heard a lot of good things, so I'm excited to give it a go. I'm using the Zoeva 103 Defined Buffer Brush. This is from their Bamboo collection. I'm going to use my beauty blender and pick up some product and apply it around my nose and creases of my nose. I find that I can never really get a good coverage with a brush. It just looks streaky or just too thick for product. So I like to use my beauty blender around these areas. And twirling my nose ring to get rid of the foundation. Who else does that if they have a septum? I mean, guilty. I'm going to chuck on some lip balm. This is the Hurrah Coconut Lip Balm. This is awesome. I got this off of the She Lives Cruelty Free website, which is a New Zealand-based vegan cruelty-free makeup website. They are awesome, super nice girls, and they also retail socialize. So thanks, guys. But I'm going to put this on. One of my faves. I'm using the Napoleon Paradis Pro Palette Concealer, and I'm going to use the yellowy color and mix it with the lighter beige color and just put that on the base of my dark circles. I'm not going to bring it out to the sides because I don't really need it. I'm just going to use it where I need it. Also going to take a little bit of the darker tone and just mix it over top because apparently the lighter ones are really light. And then over top of that, I am taking the NARS Creamy Concealer in the color Custard, and I will be applying that in a triangle motion underneath my eyes, like an isosceles triangle. It's the right one, right? Clearly I wasn't a math student. I'm going to put a little bit down the bridge of my nose, in my cupid's bow, and just on my chin. My neighbors have never been like crafty or anything, and the moment that I start to film, he starts like drilling into his wall. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. I look so dewy. let's powder, shall we? I'm going to set my makeup using the Ben Nye Cameo powder, and I'm going to take some of the powder, pour it in the lid, and then using my beauty blender, pick it up and place quite a bit of the product underneath my eyes. And it's kind of like a baking method, I guess, but I'm just wanting to make sure that everything's settled in before I take a brush and brush off any excess product. Looking good. Using Real Techniques foundation brush, I'm just going to brush off any of the excess remaining product. I'm moving on to blush, and I'm going to use something that slightly terrifies me in the pan. It is ColourPop's Color in Tonic. It is a pretty bright color, but it will be fine if we sheer it out. I am going to pick up a synthetic small duo fiber brush from Sigma, pick up some of the product on the brush, test it on the back of my hand to make sure I'm not making a huge mistake, and then applying sparingly in little gradual layers to my cheeks. It is a beautiful color though. It's just really pigmented. I've definitely learned with blush to swipe up rather than like pull it down on my face. It just doesn't ever look as good or as lifted or as, I guess, natural when I'm pulling down. It's a bad habit to break, but I'm glad that I am starting to break it. So yell at me if you see me do that in videos. Okay, so next up I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Bronzer, and this one is in the medium deep color. I love this bronzer. It is one of my favorites, and it smells so good. And on top of that, I'm going to make that pop a little bit more by using the Makeup Store Goby powder. This is an awesome powder to put on top of whatever you've created on your cheeks. It gives you like a really nice lit from within kind of look. On the rest of my face, I'm just using a regular Big Dome brush and the Crop powder in Porcelain. And I'm going to put that down my T-zone. For a highlight, I'm mixing two of my favorite products. This is the ColourPop color in Fanny Pack and in Parasol. These two mixed are like perfect. I'm just going to take that onto my fingers and apply that onto the tops of my cheekbones. With whatever's on my fingers, I am going to highlight the tip and bridge of my nose. Since I am rocking some really hardcore dark circles today, I'm going to apply a little bit of the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, mixing the peachy color and the yellow color just underneath my eyes, just in those kind of darker spots underneath. I'm going to start off with an eye primer, and I'm going to use the Urban Decay. I didn't even say I'm going to use, I said I'm going to use. The Australian in me and like mushing words together is now apparently coming out. I've been living here too long. Long story short, Urban Decay primer on my eyelids. I'm going to use a mixture of the Essence Blonde Brow Pencil and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Taupe one. I like to use the taupe throughout my tail and the blonde one throughout like the front bits. But first, on my brush. What you guys can't see out of frame is my little chicken claw doing this just casually over here. Don't mind me. Did you guys just see that? The tip of this just completely snapped off. Oops-a-daisies. I've owned so many of these and that's the first time that's ever happened. Whoops. Good thing I was done anyway. Sucked in. And then to set everything in place, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. Okay. I'm going to take the ColourPop color in Selfie. It is this warm brown, it's not quite matte, it has a little bit of a sheen to it, but definitely no shimmer, no sparkle. And I am going to take that onto a kind of denser looking dome brush, like that. Pick up some of the product and apply that in my crease. And I'm definitely focusing on a bit of a rounded shape. I'm not trying to bring too much of the color out to the side. I just want it to be pretty continuous from the very front of the crease through to the back. And again, please excuse my little scaly bit. He's not very happy today. I'm also going to take a clean blending brush and blend out the edges. Taking the same color on the same brush and applying it to my lower lash line. And it doesn't really matter if the color's dragged a little bit lower, I'm kind of after that look. After I'm done with that, I'm taking Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear and a small little tips blending brush, picking up the color and placing it into my crease. And I'm going to try to be a little bit more exact with this color, making sure that it gets right into the socket of my crease. And again, I am bringing the color all the way into the inner portion, not so much that it's coming into my tear duct and into my inner eye, but making sure that it's from the very, very start of the crease and work its way all the way to the very, very back of the crease. With this color, you can also connect it to your lash line just in the outer corner, kind of just by dabbing your brush and pulling inwards, and then wiping it back up and into your crease. And again, we'll be putting a color all over the lid, so it doesn't really matter how far you're bringing the color down on your lid. It just matters more so whether or not you're getting it deep into your crease and not so much up, but just in. I'm taking a clean blending brush. This time it is a little tulip shaped one, a little bit more precision, and I'm making sure that the edges of that color are blended and married with the color that we already placed down. Well, this side definitely didn't want to be as much of a team player as this side did. Thank you, little scabby man. That's alright. The best I am going to get out of that eye. Next up, I'm taking the Makeup Geek Foiled Eyeshadow in Flamethrower. This is a freaking beautiful color. I'm taking that onto a large shader brush from Sigma, and I am going to place that all over the lid. I'm concentrating the color just at the base of my lid. I'm going to take a smaller brush and go into the crease just after this, but I want to get the majority of the color onto the lid space. Using a smaller, more precise brush, I'm going to pick up a tiny little bit of the color and tilt my head back again. And I'm going to follow where that darker Cocoa Bear color was placed along my crease and just trace the spoiled color right up and into it. And I'm just going to use back and forth motions to blend the color into that. Picking up some more Cocoa Bear onto my smaller tapered brush, I'm just going to go over top of that crease portion again. It just further helps to blend it out a little bit. I'm going to wipe off my little flat precision brush that I'd used for the foiled color, and I'm going to pick up this gold color in Glamorous, and I'm going to apply that closer to my inner corner. I'm also going to drag that color just slightly onto the inner portion of my lid to blend it into the other foiled color. Taking Cocoa Bear again onto a little flat shader brush, I'm going to pick up the product just on the very tip of the brush, and using wiggling back and forth motions, I'm going to apply that just underneath in my lash line, keeping as close to the lash line as possible. Using a black NARS kohl liner, I'm going to line my upper waterline. I'm going to curl my lashes. And for my lashes, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Fat Full Lashes Mascara. And this stuff is easily, hands down, one of my top favorite mascaras. You guys saw this was sent to me in my P.O. Box unboxing a couple weeks ago, and I have been using this almost daily since. It is an awesome product. To finish off the eyes, I'm going to pop on a set of false lashes, and of course I'm going to use Socialize. These are the Minx Style from Socialize, and again, the entire brand as well as the glue is vegan. So I'm going to put these on and be right back. I was just about to put my lipstick on, and then a little friend wandered into my room, and I realized you guys don't really see Lola on my main channel very much, so I thought she should say hello. So say hello, my friend. Say hello to my friends. Yeah, look at my stranger friends. They live in the camera. Yeah! If you guys follow my vlog channel, you'll see Lola all the time, but if you're on my main channel, you don't see very much of her. Oh, thanks for the kisses, thanks! So here she is. She's my baby, my pride and joy. For those of you asking, she's a Chihuahua. She's just a plain Chihuahua, no mix, no nothing. She's a deer head Chihuahua, if that helps you out in your search even more. And she's my best friend. You're a good dog, aren't ya? Oh, so cute. Alright, Mommy's gonna finish her lips, okay? Okay. Alright, so for lips, I am going to line them using the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Lip Liner. And then it says Pillow Talk. I'm assuming Pillow Talk's maybe the color? I don't know. It's a really pretty color though. For a color, I'm going to use the Melt Cosmetics color in Nude. Nude. And I'm going to add a little tiny dot of the Gerard Cosmetics Lip Gloss in Nude onto the center of my lip. I hate that these things have lights. They're so annoying. Alright, I'm applying it in the middle and then I'm going to spread it out with my finger. I want to add the tiniest bit more highlight to the tops of my cheeks, and I'm using the Becca Cosmetics highlight in Opal. And I just want to add just a little bit right there. And I'm going to finish off the makeup look by spraying some of my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. So this is my finished look. I really love how today's tutorial turned out. I think that the colors are really cool and I'm really happy that it is finally a cruelty-free option for you guys to check out. If there's any more brands that you think that I should be using that are cruelty-free or any vegan brands that you can suggest, I would love to hear it down in the comment section, and I love to hear from you guys anyway, so if you don't have any suggestions, please just talk to me anyway. Don't forget to like this video. It really, really helps me get my videos out there. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and don't forget to check out my vlog channel. If you guys want to see more of Lola or more of my life, come over and see my vlogs because I have so much fun creating them. They're probably my favorite videos to create. And that's everything from me. I'll see you guys in a new video really, really soon. Thanks again for watching. Have an awesome day. See ya!